Welcome everyone. This is a part 3 video of this chapter, that is cell and cell organelles. So let's begin. So in our previous session we have covered these cell organelles like cytoplasm and other cell organelles like nucleus and endoplasmic reticulum. So what is the nucleus? This is a controlling, this nucleus has a controlling power of the cell, that means to produce the proteins and that DNA chromatin fibers, all it contains. And next was endoplasmic reticulum, that means here the protein are synthesized and all the toxins which are produces during the chemical reaction in the cells, so these toxins are flushed out by these endoplasmic reticula. So now let's move towards the next cell organelle. So here you can see a picture of a cell in which you can observe the nucleus, centriole and Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex. So if we click on the Golgi complex, we can see the detailed picture of this Golgi complex or apparatus. So here you can see a structure of this Golgi complex in which you can see a cis phase, trans phase, newly forming vesicle, cisternae, lumen, secretory vesicle, incoming transport vesicles. Okay, and so now let's study about this complex. Now let's study about the Golgi complex. So it is made up of 5 to 8 hollow and flat sacs placed parallel to each other. You can see here a cisternae. So these are the hollow and flat sacs which are placed parallel to each other. So what are these? These are the cisternae. This you can observe in the picture also. So these cisternae are filled with different enzymes and proteins which are coming from endoplasmic reticulum are enclosed in vesicles. So the proteins which are coming from the endoplasmic reticulums, they are in which vesicles? They are in fusing vesicles, that means incoming transport vesicles, which come towards the Golgi complex via cytoplasm. That means the proteins comes from endoplasmic reticulum to this Golgi apparatus via incoming transport vesicles. So proteins are then chemically modified with the help of enzymes and again they are packed in the vesicles. That means first proteins will comes from where? It will comes from endoplasmic reticulum. Through what? Through the this formation phase or through the fusing vesicles. Then that proteins and lipids are modified by the enzymes in the cisternae, and these vesicles exit from the maturation phase. That means from the secretory vesicles these proteins are secreted from the Golgi complex and they are again go to the next cell organelles. So student, in the simple words, Golgi complex is responsible for transporting, modifying and packaging of proteins, lipids etc. into the vesicles for delivery of the proteins and lipids to their targeted destination. So it is located, that means this Golgi complex is located next to the endoplasmic reticulum. So thus the cisternae work like a packing department that packs the distributed substance. Let's learn about the functions of Golgi complex. So first is it acts as the Golgi complex is the secretory organ of the cell. That means through the secretory vesicles from the proteins are modified, packed and then secreted to the designated cell organelles. It modifies, sorts and packs material synthesized in the cell. That means the proteins, lipids which are synthesized in the Golgi complex, they are modified, sorts and packed to the and dispatches them to various targets like plasma membrane and lysosome. and they produces vacuoles and secretory vesicles. It helps in the formation of cell wall, plasma membrane and lysosome. So these all are the functions of the Golgi complex. But main function of this complex is to modify, sorts and packs the proteins, lipids, and then dispatches that protein and lipids to their targeted next cell organelles. Introduction to the scientist. So Camillo Golgi described the Golgi complex for the first time. He developed the staining technique called black reaction, and with the help of it he studied nervous system. He won the Nobel Prize of 1906 along with Santiago Cajal for the study of structure of nervous system. Next cell organelle which we are going to learn is lysosome. So here again you can see a picture of a cell and the detailed image of the lysosome. So here student, on the left hand side you can see a proper picture of the lysosome which contain a single wall membrane, and inside the single wall membrane enzyme complexes are present. So let's learn about this lysosome. So lysosome are simple single membrane bound sacs filled with digestive enzyme. That means these are the membrane bound sacs which filled with the digestive enzymes, and due to various metabolic activities in the cell, organic waste is generated. This we have already studied in our previous cell organelles, that due to the various chemical reaction that are happening into the cell, and due to these chemical reaction the waste material or the byproducts are generated which are required to flush out from the cell. And the lysosomes are one of the organelles which digest the waste material which is generated during the chemical reaction in the cell. So this is also known as the stomach of the cell, as it digests the waste material during the chemical reaction. And students, lysosome have a low pH on the inside. That means inside the lysosome it has low pH, and as it is low pH, that means it is acidic in nature, and due to its acidic nature it allows the digestive enzyme to digest the cellular waste. That's why it is called as the stomach of the cell. Sorry students. So vacuoles are the storage sacs for solid or liquid contents, and they don't have any typical shape or size. They have any shape in the cell, and the structure of the vacuole changes according to the need of the cell. And vacuole is bound by a single membrane, that is a tonoplast. So vacuoles are the storage bubble found in the cell, and they are found in both animal and plant. So they can even store a waste product, so the rest of the cell protected from the contamination. Next we are going to see the functions of vacuoles. So first function of the vacuole is to maintain the osmotic pressure of the cell. So student, what is the osmotic pressure? That means here the pressure which is generated while the flow of a water, that means when water moves from a higher concentration towards a lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. So during the flow of a water, when water flows from higher concentration towards a lower concentration, through a semi-permeable membrane, the pressure which is generated, this is a osmotic pressure. So this osmotic pressure is maintained by the vacuoles. Next is to store metabolic byproducts and end product. That means the products, the waste product, end products or the byproducts which are stored in the cells, is present in the cell. These are stored by the vacuoles. Next is in animal cell they store waste products and food, while in amoeba it stores food before digestion. Why? Because amoeba is a single cellular organism or unicellular organism. That's why it also stores a food before digestion. In plant cell, vacuoles are full of cells and provide turgidity, that means swollen, and rigidity to them. So student, as we have seen different cell organelles, so as the different cell organelles which were present in the cells perform different functions, but they all are coordinated with each other. So student, here we have finished our this session, and next part of this lesson we are going to continue in our next video. Thank you.